Since 1837, Holt Renfrew has traveled the world to discover the finest in luxury and fashion. Thank you for joining us on this journey of style.
You know, Italy 20 years ago began building enormous brands. And they're brands that are the core bread and butter of what we do every day.
And like Jason said earlier with you, you do find the one thing. It could be the worst collection in the world, but you will find the one bright spot in there.
Every brand has a special voice, and you know what? It's not about us. You know, the customer votes at the end of the day whether they like it. We need to curate, present it, and not everything's going to win.
If anything is luxury,
That's
it we
Fendi.
do, it's Fendi. Oh my gosh.
Look how beautiful.
Wow.
Just gorgeous.
This is just, it is so incredible.
Oh my God.
No one can do it like this.
Well, this is one of the looks
Look at that.
that I thought was absolutely breathtaking.
It's just incredible. Look how it matches up exactly.
The woman that owns this stands out.
This is
above
one of those
the
collector's
crowd.
pieces.
Yeah,
But
I thought in a very interesting way. This is so couture, this little puffer. Look at this piece.
That's incredible.
To me, Jason, this is a really special piece, but I want you to look at the inside of the cuff. It's got
Oh
the
my
knitted
gosh.
cuff on the inside. This is for one of your VIP customers.
Incredible.
I would love to say there's a formula for selecting product for the store, and there is to a degree. But as I say to much of the merchant team every day, 25% of what they do should make them incredibly uncomfortable and should scare the living daylights out of them. And that's because they need to look forward. You need to take those chances.
No one does shearling like this anywhere in the world.
Look at the wet stitching there.
A merchant will walk through a showroom and they'll see a lot of incredibly inspiring things.
Each piece is a piece of art.
Look how beautiful it is.
It's gorgeous. Gorgeous.
They're even better on the inside.
Incredible. One eye is on what's a sure sell, what's a given. The other eye is on how do I attract a new customer? How do I keep the customer I have engaged and excited?
I just love how he continues to evolve this peekaboo in such an interesting way. I love the little micro bags.
The second half of that is being inspired by what you're seeing and making a gut decision on what you think the customer will respond to.
This mechanism is the coolest thing.
What a magnificent presentation.
Incredible.
Thank you very
Thank you so much. It's so beautiful.
It would be really interesting to have a dinner with Karl Lagerfeld and ask him what his secret is to longevity. He's been able to get grandma, mom, and daughter, and probably granddaughter, all
Shopping
loving
together.
that brand, which is like 4 generations of family, which is really what Holt Renfrew has always been about, very generational.
What's interesting again is we're seeing an evolution of young and new. And the key aspect to a Holt Renfrew evolution of business is not just to embrace those big mature businesses, but also have a place for newness.
I think it's really exciting always, to see the hot new fresh talent, especially like right out of school. And I know that even, we find out a lot about new designers also from Holt Renfrew.
Many, many top designers have found their first home in Canada at Holt Renfrew. When our editors go on the road, whether it's to Paris or Milan, we're in constant touch with your team. I know that your team are always out there looking for the latest, hottest, newest designers. So we're constantly turning to Holt Renfrew to find out who's new, who's hot. A lot of fashion people are not into sports. This is our sports. This is like going to a hockey game, and in some cases, not as expensive.
I started to realize back in the late 80s, early 90s, that the shopping experience was becoming very homogenized throughout the world. And what was starting to lack was that serendipitous discovery of tripping over something new. And so we were lucky to start a lab, and we called it the World Design Lab. Laboratories are very important, not just in fashion, in anything, because a laboratory gives you a chance to experiment. So the World Design Lab became a very cohesive platform where we traveled the world looking for the new, looking for those that had not yet built their brand. We walked into this little tiny atelier, and there was 3 skirts hanging on a rack. That was it, 3 skirts. And just looking at these skirts, I didn't care what it was going to go with. We just looked at those skirts and went, wow, my heart started to do that. And if my heart does that, anyone's heart's going to do that. And that's what fashion needs to be. It needs to get you going, and you need to feel you've discovered something unique.
The people that I would like to work to, because they have an idea. It's not about just business. We have an idea. We want to start to put some sense in fashion, and there are all the good people there, to help you to do that.
Yeah, you are so flexible. I said you're vibrant, you're unique, you're individualistic, and you zapped in what the consumer wants to do.
It's really exciting because I feel like I'm in a really important moment of Italian fashion. We are moving all again, and things are changing right now in a really historical way because we have the help of the big institution like Vogue Italia, like Camera della Moda, like the big designer, and they build this bridge to help us go further. So it's a really, really important and historical moment. We will talk about it in years, I think.
Maybe we can just move to Rome. Okay. Yeah, teach me Italian. This is such a beautiful part of Milan, it really is.
Showtime. So this is what I think. We can fill in with some other things that they feel is. This sweater comes in 2 colors. Which one do you like best?
I think we should show it this way.
Okay.
She's known for her beautiful pencil skirts.
Yeah.
So
What do you think of this?
I think you need to do a fluid pant.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Watching newness is imperative. There's an art to expand your mind, not to buy what you bought last season. but to always look at new. And it may not be ready for you. You may need to see the forest through the trees. It may be very raw talent, but it piques a level of interest that you have to keep watching it.
I love the donkey. That's kind of controversial, but I think that's what it's a piece
That's
of
a
art.
cow.
Oh, is that a cow?
It looks like Elsie.
All right, Elsie the cow. I mean, just wearing that the way she would wear with just a little white shirt like that.
It's very
everybody- it's like-
accessible Stella
yes.
Jean. This jacket I love, but we have to see what the price is because it might price really high. But it's a collector's piece. Look at the
collector
trimming
piece.
on this. Yeah, beautiful.
Anyone who's bought, for example, a Stella Jean, it's like going to Art Basel and being the first to buy an indie artist and knowing one day they're going to make it.
This long, beautiful dress, I think this is amazing. This is a fashion piece, and it was part of the runway. But
Right. What we incubate in our World Design Lab, these are designers that we believe in strongly that will have a voice in the future. We just don't randomly pick them. We follow them.
This sweater we know we all love, and it's part of the runway, along with this skirt. This is Stella's signature. I don't doubt that this is her favorite piece in the selection. It's her. That's all she wears.
I love the rack. It's cohesive, it has a statement, it's iconic pieces for her.
How about that for a first pass?
At the end of the day, that's what great retailers do, and that's what Holt Renfrew continues to do year after year. And the customer is the one that votes on their success. The customer makes or breaks the designer.